Have you ever wondered why the news plays the same 5 stories again and again? Let me give you a little hint. Brainwashing and repetition is the most basic form of brainwashing. Join me as we look at the news cycle and talk about why the mainstream media is so gutless and afraid to report the truth. What's up? Welcome to Troubled Minds News. I'm your host, Michael Strange, and this is the show where the conspiracy is the news. And, well, you know what that means? It means a lot of things. It means that we have a whole lot of things to talk about per usual, and we look at the news cycles, propaganda, and all the rest of the BS they try and feed us to make us believe things that are not true. And, well, what does that mean? It means that the media is a lying bunch of jackals, and that's what's happening, and that's I think it's necessary to kind of get together and talk about this stuff because you never know, right? That's the whole point. In the old days, I was not paying too much attention, and the news cycles just did what they did, right? And it was unfortunate because, well, I missed a lot of stuff and didn't really realize that my very nature was being shaped by people on CNN and crap like that, which, you know, is it's unfortunate. And so basically that's what this is about. This is about kind of changing that paradigm and talking about that we don't have to be stuck in that news cycle crappy loop. So that's what this is all about. That's what the show is. It began with another show we do called Troubled Minds Radio, and on that show we talk about weird stuff. We talk about vampires and werewolves and black holes and time travel and all kinds of wacky stuff. But this one's a little more 2 feet on the ground and just kind of burning through some news stories to figure out what the hell's really going on out there. And that's that. That's what's going on. So we'll just spend about an hour going through some news stories and talking about, just in brief, why they should be news instead of, we won't talk about Kim Kardashian's shoes. I promise you that. And we won't talk about, politics in a large way, just sort of to point out the hypocrisy of the things that these people are trying to proclaim. So anyway, that's what the show's about. That's what's going on with this. And as we do our thing and talk about this, let's see. Let's get this. We have a phone number. And if you want to be part of the show, you can join us at 702-957-1037. That's 702-957-1037. You can click the Discord link at troubledminds.org, and we'll put you on the show. Easy as that. And let's see. Watching all the chat here, and I see you guys on Twitch. Thanks for showing up. And let's do it. Let's start. Let's do it. Let's begin, shall we? Let us begin, shall we? I was going to say, let's start trucking, but that doesn't sound correct. Keep on trucking sounds better. Let us begin, shall we? There we go. All right. We're going to start here with this because I keep talking about this, and it just keeps happening. Like literally every damn day, there's a new potentially hazardous asteroid, right? And pretty soon, I'm going to start just pulling up the same ones over and over again because they just keep flooding the damn news cycle with these near-miss asteroids, right? So we have this. We have News Nation Now reports, yep, you guessed it, massive, potentially hazardous asteroid to pass by Earth Saturday. And now, like I'm telling you, isn't this happening several times a week? Like, what the hell is going on with this? Anyway, an asteroid about as wide as the Eiffel Tower, there it is, as wide as the Eiffel Tower is tall, is expected to buzz past Earth on Saturday. Asteroid 4660 Nereus will reach its closest proximity to our planet that day, according to NASA, but its will still be about 2.5 million miles away from Earth. While that may sound like a lot, NASA deems any object that comes within 30 million miles of Earth's orbit a near-Earth object. NASA classifies any object greater than 500 feet in size that passes within 4.7 million miles of Earth's orbit potentially hazardous, based on the asteroid's potential to make threatening close approaches to Earth. Yep. So just how close are we to an Armageddon-esque scenario? Here we go. Now, this is what I'm talking about right here. This is the deal. It seems like to me that this is again, it can't be so clickbaity that this is what's happening, right? This seems to be hot and heavy that they're talking about this, the Armageddon scenario. So just how close are we to an Armageddon-esque scenario with the approach of 4660 Nereus? Well, not remotely close, according to NASA. In fact, there is no known asteroid that poses a significant risk of impact with Earth over the next century. Over the next century. You see that? And yet, every single week now, a couple times a week even, several times a week even, we're getting asteroid near-miss stories. But, one more time I'll read that. In fact, there is no known asteroid that poses a significant risk of impact with Earth over the next century. All right. Nereus, which is roughly 360 yards in size and shaped like an egg, was discovered in 1982 by astronomer Eleanor Helin, Helin. Over the years, it has been a proposed candidate for space missions and is considered to be in the top 3% of the most accessible near-Earth asteroids. And there you go. Back to it. Back to the asteroids. Back to life. Back to reality. And, you know how the song goes. But here we go. Here's another one. This is from sci-fi.com, and they're talking about the exact same thing. Another day, another asteroid that won't hit us. Nereus will miss Earth tomorrow. And this is what I'm saying, right? It seems a little bit strange that everybody's jumping on this shit. Unless it's like the hottest shit in clickbait, and you get all kinds of ad revenue from this type of stuff, which seems odd to me, but whatever. I mean, I'm not the guy that decides who clicks on what, but you know what I mean. A little bit strange here. There we go. Over the weekend, an asteroid bigger than the Eiffel Tower. There it is. Everybody's using the Eiffel Tower. It's great. Remember, it was Big Ben. It was the Statue of Liberty. Now it's the Eiffel Tower. Well, I guess we're going to go through all the 7 wonders of the modern world. Then we'll go through the 7 wonders of the ancient world. And who knows? Maybe one day we'll have a asteroid the size of the Giza Pyramid near Miss Earth. Wouldn't that be sweet? Anyway, blah, 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 blah. And we have this. Yep. You got it. Another day, another asteroid that won't hit us. So cheeky. All right, here's another one. This is pretty wild. Just in case. All right, let's actually put those other two in the chat. You know me. I like to share my sources because I'm not just randomly making shit up like CNN and Fox News are. So at least I'm talking about where this stuff comes from. And here's your sources. Boom, boom. Read up. Read it. If you want to read it, read it. Here's a wild one. And I keep hearing this and I keep chuckling. But, well, now it's made it to the New York Times. The New York Slimes, one of my favorites. And yeah, check this out. Birds aren't real, or are they? Inside a Gen Z conspiracy theory. Yep. Peter McIndoe, the 23-year-old creator of the viral Birds Aren't Real movement, is ready to reveal what the effort is really about. Oh, you mean the birds really are real? I'm confused. I'm super confused. What's going on with this? Okay. All right. Peter McIndoe, 23-year-old. Birds aren't real. Wake up. Wow. All right. This is one of those punch myself in the face type situations. But here we go. In Pittsburgh, Memphis, and Los Angeles, massive billboards recently popped up declaring birds aren't real. On Instagram and TikTok, Birds Aren't Real accounts have racked up hundreds of thousands of followers, and YouTube videos about it have gone viral. Last month, Birds Aren't Real adherents even protested outside Twitter's headquarters in San Francisco to demand that the company change its bird logo. The events were all connected by a Gen Z-fueled conspiracy theory which posits that birds don't exist and are really drone replicas installed by the U.S. government to spy on Americans. Hundreds of thousands of young people have joined the movement, wearing Birds Aren't Real t-shirts, swarming rallies, and spreading the slogan. It might smack of QAnon, the conspiracy theory that the world is controlled by an elite cabal of child trafficking Democrats, except that the creator of Birds Aren't Real and the movement's followers are in on a joke. smoke. They know that birds are in fact real and that their theory is made up. Well, no shit, Sherlock. Okay. Anyway, what birds aren't real truly is, they say, is a parody social movement with a purpose. In a post-truth world dominated by online conspiracy theories, young people have coalesced around the effort to thumb their nose at, fight and poke fun at misinformation. It's Gen Z's attempt to upend the rabbit hole with absurdism. Quote, it's a way to combat troubles in the world that you don't really have other ways of combating, said Claire Cronus, age 22, a Birds Aren't Real organizer in Pittsburgh. Quote, my favorite way to describe the organization is fighting lunacy with lunacy. Oh, yeah. Wait, so are you kidding me? Are you trying to tell me that birds are real? Fuck, now I gotta rearrange some things. What's going on, guys? Hope everybody's doing well. I see you guys in the chat. How is everybody? Let's see. Let's do the thing so I can see the thing. And yeah, let's see. Anyway, does anybody out there think birds aren't real? I know that there's a thing that's actually that, you know, they've had the CIA creating these, you know, bird drones or whatever that are spying, and they like this thing. It's a real thing, but obviously, right, the budget necessary would be in the trillions. Sorry, my dog was chewing on something she shouldn't have been, as usual. Damn dog. Anyway, so yeah, birds aren't real. Budget in the trillions to make all the birds fake. I don't know. Bunch of bullshit if you ask me. But there you go. Gibby's got it right. Hashtag birds are fake. There you go. There it is. I don't know. This is a bunch of BS, and that's just the way it goes. And, well, are birds real? Yeah. Well, damn dog. Every time I turn around, like literally just look away for a moment, start doing something, she's chewing on some crap she's not supposed to be chewing on. It drives me insane. Anyway, okay, so that's what's going on. Are birds real or are they not? And well, let's see. All right, here we go. I got a, let's see. Let's take this troll call. Let's do it. What's up? You're on Trouble Minds News with Mike. What's your first name? Where are you calling from? Didn't think so. It says, I don't want these text messages anymore on the call screen. So I figured it was going to be a troll. I thought, let's have some fun. And they lost their nerve. No problem. Anyway, are birds real? Are birds not real? I think that's the question here. And that's what's going on today. So, well, we're going to keep on doing this. And we're going to take a quick break. And this commercial break is brought to you by you, our sponsor. And here we go. Let's play this.
Are you digging the show? If so, you can support us quite easily and at no additional cost to you if you already have an Amazon Prime account. Since we stream on Twitch every day, all you have to do is link your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account, and they give you free games on a monthly basis for your personal use, and also a bonus $5 a month to send to your favorite streamer as a way to bring more people to Twitch. And all you have to do is sync up to 2 accounts and click subscribe. Thanks for considering us.
All right, let's keep on trucking here. Sorry about that weird delay that we had, but anyway, let's go. So birds aren't real. All right, let's continue with this. Let's go to the BBC. Everybody loves the BBC. And yeah, here we go. Julian Assange can be extradited to the U.S. Court rules. Oh, well, another one bites the dust. The U.S. won its appeal against a January U.K. court ruling that he could not be extradited due to concerns over his mental health. Judges were reassured by U.S. promises to reduce the risk of suicide. His fiancée said they intended to appeal. Mr. Assange is wanted in the U.S. over the publication of thousands of classified documents in 2010 and 2011. Senior judges found the lower judge had based her decision in January on the risk of Mr. Assange being held in highly restrictive prison conditions if extradited. However, U.S. authorities later gave assurances that he would not face those strictest measures unless he committed an act in the future that merited them. Okay, you don't say, right? So let's see. Giving the judgment, Lord Chief Justice Lord Burnett said the risk, quote, that risk is in our judgment excluded by the assurances which are offered. Oh, Oh, sounds like doublethink newspeak. But here we go. It follows that we are satisfied that if the assurances had been before the judge, she would have answered the relevant question differently. Oh, Mr. Assange's fiancée, Stella Morris, called the ruling dangerous and misguided, adding that the U.S. assurances were inherently unreliable. Oh, you mean we can't actually trust the government? No, you don't say. How does that make any sense? These people are just talking crazy sauce now. In an emotional statement outside the court, Miss Morris said, for the past 2.5 years, Julian has remained in Belmarsh prison, and in fact, he has been detained since December 7th, 2010 in one form or another, 11 years. How long can this go on? And no offense, I think she has a point. I think she really has a point that this is a little bit absurd. That let's shit or get off the pot. Let's let this guy go, or give him some sort of mock trial and throw him in jail, which is probably what they're going to do, right? Like there's no chance this guy goes to jail and ends up goes to trial and doesn't end up like locked up for a very long time. It's just because this is one of those political things, right? They want to make a statement. They want to discourage future people from hacking the government and spreading information. So there we go. All right, I have no idea who this is. Let's try this again. Maybe we get another troll. You're on Troubled Minds with Troubled Minds News. It's Mike. What's your first name? Where are you calling from?
What's up, Mike? This is Jose.
What's happening?
Not a whole lot, man. I just got a text message from you. I don't even know what we're talking about or what's going on.
Okay, I didn't send any text message.
You're right. Yeah, I had just got a text message to call in.
No, you didn't. Not from me.
Oh, well, anyways, what are you talking about?
I'm talking about the news. We're live on Twitch. You know that, right? We're streaming on Twitch here.
No, sir.
Oh, all right. Well, do me a favor then. Do you have no idea what this show is?
What about the news? What about the news? Let's go into detail.
Twitch.tv/Troubled Minds Radio. Come watch.
I've listened to Troubled Minds with Mr. Michael Strange. I'm familiar. That may have been the reason you had my phone number. But not an issue. Sorry to have disturbed the phone, okay? But I could partake. What are you talking about?
How about this?
I'm trying to get my mind off the... Go ahead.
Julian Assange extradited to the U.S. That's what I'm talking about right now. What are your thoughts on that?
Yep. Don't know too much about that, but...
All right. How about this one? There's
a lot of corruption going on.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Check this out. I have this one. There's a movement called Birds Aren't Real. It's a Gen Z conspiracy theory. What are your thoughts on that?
What's the conspiracy?
Birds aren't real.
Yeah. You can never you can never argue that. Unfortunately, I can go outside right now and pick up a crow if I wanted to.
Okay, all right.
But I get that. There are a lot of people that have a little too much time on their hands and they like to argue. Then there are those some individuals that are so intelligent and they should have been attorney or something, and they just want to fight with somebody, come up with something crazy like the flat earthers, But birds are real. They're there, and I appreciate them. I feed them all the time.
Okay, fair enough.
But anyway, I'm sure you probably got somebody else on the line, but I like to go into detail about stuff. I mean, there's so much corruption. Here I'm in New Mexico, okay, and I just received some crazy information with a major abuse of power, conflict of interest that's going on. These people are sick and twisted. It's the dismantling of the male figure. They want to remove the male from the family household, and it's disgusting. But that's another topic for another day, and I appreciate it very much so that you answered the call, because it allowed me to get a little nastiness off my mind, and hopefully I wasn't that much of a bother. But
no, you're fine. I appreciate you calling. I literally thought it was a troll.
I'll check your show up.
Okay, cool. Come check us out.
I'll check your show out.
Thanks for listening. Where did you find Troubled Minds, by the way?
The Fringe FM.
Okay, sweet. Jose, welcome to the club. I appreciate the phone call.
I like those guys. Yeah, no, this is Jose Rael. I like the Fringe with Michael Strange, Joe Rupe. They're great. Ryan Gable, one of the smartest guys I've ever listened to, and Miss Mary DeCina. I think she is phenomenal. If anybody's out there listening, and you need a little extra cushion, you call her. But Mike, you said?
Yes, Michael Strange. You're talking to Michael Strange, yes.
Okay. Well, no, that's terrific. Good to talk, okay?
All right. Thanks for calling. A pleasure, sir. Nice meeting you, and look forward to speaking with you in the future.
All righty.
Thanks a lot. There you go. All right. Phone line works. Jose, there you go. I don't know what text message thing we're talking about, and I literally thought that was a troll. I don't know. Is it No Way Jose from Discord? I have no idea. But I'm not sending anybody text messages, so I don't know who has... anyway, whatever. I don't know what that's all about, but I literally thought it was a troll, but he apparently knows the Fringe and Michael Strange, so apparently it wasn't a troll. Anyway, thanks for the call, Jose, and that's why I was a little chippy with him at first, because I thought it was a troll, but it's not a troll. All right, here we go. Planetary scientists suggest loss of water to space on Mars may be tied to lower atmospheric factors, and okay, no kidding. Off of the Julian Assange thing, let's go here. And planetary scientist Erdal Yigit, with George Mason University, has published a perspective piece in the journal Science suggesting that upper atmospheric interactions with solar wind cannot fully explain the loss of surface water on Mars. In his paper, he suggests 3 other major factors need to be taken into consideration as well: gravity waves, convection, and dust storms. And there you go. If you want to be part of the show, 702-957-1037. I want to hear what this, I think Microsoft Mic is now fixed. So let's hear how to pronounce this guy's name. Erdal Yigit is my guess. Let's go read aloud. Here we go.
Planetary scientist Erdal Yigit, with George Mason University, has published a perspective piece in the journal Science.
Erdal Yigit. Okay, well, no wonder I failed. Anyway, there we go. There it is. Planetary scientists generally agree that there used to be a lot of water on the surface of Mars, and they also agree that the surface water was slowly lost to space in the form of hydrogen over the course of billions of years. Prior research has suggested that water molecules were torn apart by sunlight in the lower Martian atmosphere, resulting in the hydrogen with the water drifting off into space. In his paper, Yigit suggests that there is still sufficient evidence to suggest that the water loss was so straightforward. All right, there we go. And water loss on Mars. What's up? What's going on, guys? Hope everybody's doing well. And let's see. This guy sounds like the one that called you a long time ago, pretended he was CIA. Really? Did I have that? Yeah, I don't know. Like the troll guys that call, I forget them very quickly. And I literally thought this was going to be a troll call, but it turned out it was not. All right, all good. All right, so what we're doing is we're talking about the conspiracy that is the news, and the news here is all the rest of this stuff, including, well, birds aren't real. Apparently, it's a thing, and yeah. I have no idea. But okay, so what we're going to do is, let's see, I think we're fine. We're all fine here now. How are you? Let's take a quick break. You're listening to Troubled Minds News. I'm your host, Michael Strange, and we will be right back. All right, welcome back to Troubled Minds News. Let's keep on trucking, shall we? Let's go to this. Yep, this is near and dear to my heart because, well, I've got a bad dog that likes to chew on things. And, this is from Fox 5 Vegas. I got a couple Vegas stories for you today. And it's because, well, that's where I live. And this is news. Yeah, this is, if this one doesn't piss you off, I'm not sure what will. $10,000 reward offered as more dogs are poisoned in West Las Vegas. Oh, no. Sean Cornwall and other neighbors near Fort Apache Road and Sahara Avenue thought some dog poisonings were over for good nearly 3 years ago. Cornwall says now they believe the person who terrorized their neighborhood back then has struck again. Quote, I think he's a sociopath. I think he's a coward, and he just gets off on hurting dogs, said Cornwall. Cornwall is now warning others to be on the lookout after he says an unknown person threw laced meat into the yards of 2 of his neighbors in October. He said the 2 dogs got sick but survived. Cornwall said he lost his dog, Aaliyah, a Shih Tzu, in 2019 when someone tossed strychnine laced meat into his yard. Quote, they seize up basically until their legs start to fill up with blood and their brain swells up. And eventually, Leah died from a brain hemorrhage at the 11-hour mark, said Cornwall. He said Gabby, a Shih Tzu that was going to give his mother, he was going to give to his mother in 2015, it died the same way. Quote, she just wanted to give people love. She was the most loving dog. And yeah, it's not fair. This person, monster, snuffed her life out before she was 3 years old, he said. Cornwall said he has $3,000 in reward money from a previous attempt to catch the person and added $2,000 to that. PETA, People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, confirmed to Fox 5 Thursday its previous reward of $5,000 for a conviction of animal cruelty charges of the person responsible still stands. Quote, I encourage anybody to be out here. Get in your lawn chairs, be on the streets looking for people, have your phones ready trying to catch this guy. Anybody that wants to make $10,000, said Cornwall. And there you go. If that doesn't get your gears grinding, I'm not sure what does, because that's messed up. Yeah, dogs are better than people, and doing this to dogs, you're barking up the wrong tree here. And yeah, so luckily I don't live in this area they're talking about, because I do have a little barky dog sometimes that barks at people when they go by, but she's not terrible, excuse me, I gotta sneeze. But yeah, so like it kind of doesn't matter when you're talking about monsters like this, because people that do this, right, they're not well. They are not well. Anyway, there's some news for you, and like there's the grind your gear news. All right, let's keep on trucking, shall we? What's up? I see you there, Robert. Late to the party. All good. Well, there's no requirements. You can come late. Come as you are. Come as you were. Come as you want to be. All right, we got Wired.com. The internet is on fire. The internet is on fire. That's because Troubled Minds is tearing up the internet. It's on catching fire. No, I'm just kidding. A vulnerability in the Log4j logging network framework has security teams scrambling to put in a fix. We've got a 0 day out on the loose. A vulnerability in a widely used logging library has become a full-blown security meltdown, affecting digital systems across the internet. Hackers are already attempting to exploit it, but even as fixes emerge, researchers warn that the flaw could have serious repercussions worldwide. The problem lies in Log4j, a ubiquitous open-source Apache logging framework that developers use to keep a record of activity within an application. Security responders are scrambling to patch the bug, which can be easily exploited to take control of vulnerable systems remotely. At the same time, hackers are actively scanning the internet for affected systems. Some have already developed tools that automatically attempt to exploit the bug, as well as worms that can spread independently from one vulnerable system to another under the right conditions. Log4j is a Java library, blah, 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 blah. Quote, it's a design failure of catastrophic proportions. Weird. That can't be true, can it? I mean, all the code out there is perfectly bulletproof and non-exploitable. I don't know what they're talking about. This makes no sense, does it? No, this is more like the asteroids we talk about every week, where another week, another hack, another 0 day exploit. And well, if they can hack it, it's going to be hacked. So don't ever think you're safe online. Don't ever think your webcam isn't watching you when you don't think it's watching you. And make sure you always have good old-fashioned ways to cover the thing up, and etc. So on. You know the drill. Don't take internet things for granted. You are being spied upon, and it is probably through all kinds of different means. So yeah, public service announcement for the day. Let's keep on trucking, shall we? Now, if you remember, I predicted on the Algorithm show that people would be working full-time in the metaverse in approximately 5 years. I said less than 5 years. Well, Bill Gates is outdoing me, and he says this. Bill Gates predicts our work meetings will move to the metaverse in 2 to 3 years. Yep. Okay. There you go. Work meetings. Getting work done in the metaverse might happen a lot sooner than we think. Microsoft co-founder and billionaire Bill Gates predicts most workers will take their virtual meetings within the metaverse in the next 2 or 3 years. Gates shared his thoughts in a year in review post published to his personal website. Quote, I predict most virtual meetings will move from 2D camera image grids, which I call the Hollywood Squares model, although I know that probably dates me, to the metaverse, a 3D space with digital avatars, wrote Gates. Gates said adoption of metaverse meetings would be slow because many people lack the tools to fully immerse themselves in the experience, such as virtual reality goggles. But he expressed optimism for advances made with three-dimensional avatars and spatial audio to help users feel more connected virtually. Okay. Quote, there's still some work to do, but we're approaching a threshold where the technology begins to truly replicate the experience of being together in the office, said Gates. The metaverse is a digital realm combining technology such as VR, augmented reality, and video, where users live in a virtual universe. Supporters of the metaverse, including Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg, believe the metaverse could supplant the modern internet. And Zuckerberg predicts key components of the metaverse will become mainstream in the next 5 to 10 years. I said 5 years. What's going on, guys? How's everybody out there? And earlier this year, Meta, formerly known as Facebook, introduced Horizon Workrooms, a VR app where people can congregate in virtual workrooms. Oh, isn't that sweet? Multiple companies have taken the plunge to claim their stake. Microsoft is using holograms and creating mixed and extended reality applications, and also owns Minecraft, a kid-friendly game that has morphed into its own virtual universe. All right, there you go. Thoughts? 702-957-1037. That's 702-957-1037. And we're going to keep on talking about this because why the hell not? What's going on? I see you guys there. And yeah, exactly. Yeah, hurry up. Get into this, right? Get into the metaverse now. Waste no time. Do not delay. Get your VR goggles and get your morphine drip and your suicide pod and just do the thing. Do the thing, people. What are you waiting for? Get back into the metaverse. All right, let's keep on trucking, shall we? Let's go to the Hill. And these websites are becoming just so ridiculous with ads. It's like flashing frickin' billboards. It's nuts that I'm having to use archive versions of these because like the ads are just like pop, 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 pop. I'm like, oh God, make it stop. Somebody make it stop. Anyway, so here we go. Here's the archive version of the Hill. The Hill, back off your ads, bro. It's getting like the Daily Mail. It's gross. But headline reads this. Defense bill creates new office to study UFOs. Yep, there you go. The final version of the annual defense policy bill will create a new office to study UFOs, Senator Kirsten Gillibrand announced on Thursday. It's a Democrat from New York. An amendment introduced by Gillibrand and co-sponsored by a bipartisan group of senators that will be included in the defense policy bill will replace the existing UAP task force and create an office administered both by the Defense Secretary and Director of National Intelligence. The office will be tasked with studying and responding to UFOs or unidentified aerial phenomenon, UAPs, as referred to by the senators. The office would have access to information regarding UFOs from the intelligence community and Defense Department so that it could help provide a coordinated response to these sightings, according to a release from Gillibrand's office. It would also delve into health impacts and possible national security concerns related to UFOs. See that? Health impacts. I'm going to read that again. This is a very important sentence here. It would also delve into health impacts and possible national security concerns related to UFOs. Health impacts. What do you think UFOs are doing? If they're actually, impacting people's health. That's a little strange. Right? Maybe that line, did they put that line in there intentionally? Does that seem kind of like a I don't know. It seems strange to me. In any case, well, this is happening. What's the meme with Ron Paul? It's happening. Here we go. So, yeah. All right. So, there we go. Let's see. Okay. So the office would have access to information regarding UFOs from the intelligence community and defense department so they could help provide a coordinated response. And I already read that. Additionally, the office would be required to provide an annual unclassified report on its activity to Congress, as well as biannual briefings to lawmakers that would be classified. There you go. So this is being heralded as a victory for the UAP activists, right? And I've said this before, and I'll say this again. I don't think you can twist the arm of people, of the government to give us information, right? Even though it's, the government of the people, by the people, for the people, right? That day has long passed, I believe, since, again, 1947, the National Security Act, and for the ability for the government to operate in secrecy because, well, they can't let this information get out because people's lives are at stake and all the rest of this, right? So that's the problem here. I think, like I said, I hope I'm wrong here, and I hope that maybe this blows the lid off the whole, truth embargo, as it's called, the Stephen Bassett term for UFO, the truth embargo. There's something really going on here, and I think for sure we can all probably agree that there's a cover-up, probably of mammoth proportions here, but the problem is that, in my opinion, that you're not going to be able to twist the DOD's arm and say, give us information, right? So you notice that they're going to have classified briefings, and then on top of that, they're going to have biannual briefings that would be, annual unclassified report, then biannual briefings that would be classified. So I don't know. Well, I hope, but I don't think that this is unfortunately going to come of anything relevant. At least relevant in the sense that. Maybe let's say we've seen classified reports recently leaked to the press, so maybe one of these senators or whoever it is, House members that have access to this, maybe they leak some information, and maybe some of the information comes out. So I think we have that. We'll always have leaks. So cross your fingers. Maybe this turns into something, and maybe we get some additional information that we didn't have previously. So those are my thoughts on this. I do hope, but I do also, with that hope, have a pretty negative view of this, only because, well, it's like asking the government to give you all the secrets to, I don't know, the stealth planes or something. They're not going to do it. It's just not going to happen. And, because they'd have to disclose what they know about this stuff versus our top technology, right? And so once you start kind of talking about the two, they become the same thing in some sense, in that you have to be able to define where our technology ends to define what a UFO actually is, right? You see what I'm saying? So there's a very big divide there, at least as far as we know. And if these UFOs actually are ours, then they'll never tell us that shit. Are you kidding me? Anyway, yeah, radiation, that's a good one. Radiation is a thing in some stories. Yeah, it could be. But health effects, it's an interesting term in this article. I thought it made me raise my eyebrow when I read it. But anyway, so let's keep on trucking. We got more. If you want to be part of the show, 702, our friend Jose was nice enough to call and test the phone lines today. It works. 702-957-1037, troubledminds.org. Click the Discord link and we'll put you on the show. Let's go to Universe Today. Universe Today. Here's the thing here. Let me link it. There you go. Check it out. You guys know my sources will always be linked. And here you go. A new way to detect alien megastructures. All right. How do you power a super advanced alien civilization? Yeah, that's right. Soak up a star. The ultimate solar power, right? We harness the power of the sun using solar panels. But what if you were to scale this idea to astronomical proportions, surrounding an entire star with solar collecting structures or satellites to power your sprawling alien galactic empire? Such massive structures are known as megastructures, and in this case, the Dyson sphere. Yeah, we're already trying to detect possible megastructures in space using the dimming of a star and the glow of megastructure components in infrared light. But research provides a new detection method. A Dyson sphere may cause a its host star to swell and cool. All right, cool. Dyson spheres, of course, were first proposed by astronomer Freeman Dyson in the 1960s. The idea is a fascinating one, a structure orbiting a star to harness power that would be so large it could be detected across the vast reaches of space. How could we spot one? Well, first, a Dyson sphere encases a star. Fully encasing a star is unlikely, as it's difficult to maintain the orbit of a complete sphere, and there might not actually be enough material in an entire solar system to do so, even if you took apart all the planets in the system, they say. But a partially encased star would be unusually dim. In 2015, star KIC 8462852, also known as Tabby's star, dimmed so much some suggested that perhaps a huge orbiting megastructure had partially blocked our view of the star. Astronomer Tabitha Boyajian, I'll try that again with Microsoft Mike, namesake of the star, was lead author of a paper announcing the discovery of the star's 22% dimming. Let's see how to say this name. One of these days I'm going to be able to just pronounce these names, but until then, well, I have my lovely assistant, Microsoft Mike.
Astronomer Tabitha Boyajian, namesake of the star, was lead author on a paper announcing the discovery of the star's 22% dimming.
Boyajian. I never would have got that. Anyway, so Tabby Star, we know this, and this is pretty cool. But Dyson spheres back in the news for some bizarre reason. Maybe we should stop everything we're doing and make a Dyson sphere. That would be cool, right? That would solve your energy issue and your global warming problem because you'd block out the sun, right? You'd get geoengineering and solar power all at the same time. Man, why don't they elect me for president? I'll tell them what's up. I'll give them the what fo. But anyway, blah, blah, so on and so forth. 702-957-1037, troubleminds.org. Click the Discord link. Let's take a quick break with a word from our sponsor again, which is you. Don't forget, if you're subbed up to Twitch, the Twitch channel, and you're using Amazon Prime to do that, which of course doesn't cost you anything additional, well, you do have to sub up each month because it does fall off, and that's the thing. So just a reminder that if you have subbed up on Twitch, you do have to re-up that every month. So here we go. Let's go to this commercial.
Are you digging the show? If so, you can support us quite easily and at no additional cost to you if you already have an Amazon Prime account. Since we stream on Twitch every day, all you have to do is link your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account, and they give you free games on a monthly basis for your personal use, and also a bonus $5 a month to send to your favorite streamer as a way to bring more people to Twitch. And all you have to do is sync up the two accounts and click subscribe. Thanks for considering us.
All right, let's keep on trucking, shall we? Let's go to this. Let's go to gizmodo.com, and you'll never believe this. This is the thing. Ransomware jerks helped cause the cream cheese shortage. Oh, now look, this is what I'm saying, right? You script kiddies out there, you think you're so damn smart, right? And you do these things and you hack the things, but look, let me tell you something. There are real world consequences. So stop this shit. Stop the shenanigans, right? People are fiending for their cream cheese. All right, here we go. You got it. Following attacks on our hospitals, municipal governments, and fuel supplies. Oh boy, I told you. Hackers have finally gone too far. They fucked with America's cream cheese. And you think I said that? Unnecessary profanity? No. Well, there it is. Right there in the article. Yep. Let's hear Microsoft Mike curse. This is going to be hot.
Following attacks on our hospitals, municipal governments, and fuel supplies, hackers have finally gone too far. They fucked with America's cream cheese.
Man, he says it with conviction, such conviction. Yeah. Anyway, there's been a serious shortage of cream cheese in recent weeks, one of the many seemingly random products that have come into short supply amid widespread supply chain disruption and labor shortages. According to Bloomberg, in this instance, hackers played a role. In mid-October, Chinese giant Schreiber Foods, which has has a cream cheese unit comparable to industry leader Kraft's, was forced to close for several days due to a cyber attack. The hack coincided with the annual annual height of the U.S. cream cheese season. Think cheesecakes. Oh, God, I love me some cheesecakes. Anyway, on top of demand that was already high due to workers remaining home during the pandemic, Bloomberg wrote, there's the additional complication that cream cheese doesn't stay fresh for all that long compared to regular cheese, which, depending on the variety, can be stockpiled for months. Andrew Nokovich, an agricultural economist at Cornell University, told Bloomberg other factors include manufacturers having difficulty obtaining sufficient supplies of starch, plastic film, and packing, as well as a driver's license to truck dairy products. All in all, a cream cheese manufacturer isn't the worst target for an aspiring hacker right now. It isn't? Well, if you screw with my cream cheese and my cheesecakes, we got a problem. You and me got a problem, I'll tell you what. All right, let's keep on trucking, shall we? We got more. There's always more. And let's go. Yep. This is Nate. We're going to be talking about the moon again next week, but in a different way. But check this out. The site from sci-fi.com, the newly formed moon may have tidally heated the Earth. The moon was so close it would have loomed huge in the sky. Sweet. Talk about sci-fi old school. This is amazing. Sometimes the rising moon looks huge over the horizon, big enough that you could almost fall into it. That's an illusion, though. Your brain is tricking you into thinking it's bigger than it really is. But if you had seen the rising moon, say 4.4 billion years ago, it would have been immense on the horizon. Shortly after it formed, it was much, much closer to Earth and would have appeared 15 times bigger in the sky than it does now. This, it turns out, may also help solve a long-standing and pernicious astronomical problem. Why wasn't the Earth frozen solid when it was young? When the Earth was very young, a few million years after it first formed, it was very hot. Certainly after a Mars-sized planet whacked us, but good. Certainly after a Mars-sized planet whacked us, but good. And all right, tell me that was written poorly. Editors, where are the editors? Let's see if Microsoft Mic can read this and make sense of this. Sorry, I'm liking that my Microsoft Mic works. For weeks or even months it's been broken, but yeah, here we go.
When the Earth was very young, a few million years after it first formed, it was very hot. Certainly after a Mars-sized planet whacked us, but good and formed the moon, the Earth was heated substantially again. But after that it would have cooled.
Yeah, so he had it wrong, right, also. Certainly after a Mars-sized planet whacked us but good, and formed, that needs to be a t-shirt. Whacked us but good. Yeah. Editors go. Anyway, the thing is, stars like the sun get hotter with age. Around the time the moon formed, roughly 70 million years after Earth did, the sun was only about 70% as luminous as it is today, getting warmer and brighter by roughly 6% every billion years. That means Earth wasn't receiving as nearly much as heat as much heat then as it is now. The surface should have been frozen. Anyway, the moon, there you go, tidally heated the Earth. Blah, 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 blah. Sounds like maybe a southern thing or something. Does it? Yeah, I have no idea. Is that actually like a saying, though? I don't think so. All right, let's go to this. This one, I saw this last night, and it was trending on Twitter. And, unfortunate, tragic, all the rest of this stuff. Former Denver Broncos wide receiver Demaryius Thomas, age 33, found dead in his home, police say. I'm going to tell you the first thought that entered my mind. No, I'm not, because you can't say it. But here we go. Let's see. Former Denver Broncos wide receiver Demaryius Thomas, whose quiet demeanor belied a burning desire to achieve what he routinely called everyday greatness, has died at age 33. Roswell, Georgia police said Thursday night that Thomas was found dead in his home. Preliminary reports, according to the police, indicated Thomas's death might have resulted from a medical issue. All right. Well, again, this is tragic, so I'm not going to try and politicize this because the body's still warm, as it were. But you understand, my first thought was, I wonder what caused this. It doesn't seem to be a drug OD or anything like that. They say that, former teammates also noted Thursday night that Thomas might have been having seizures in recent months. Okay. So, anyway, just throw it out there. I don't know. And, 33 years old, professional athlete, the height of his, actual physical condition in his entire life, Weird. All right, let's keep on trucking, shall we? There's always more. 702-957-1037. Let's go to, here. What's this? The Verge. NASA launches new X-ray mission to study black holes and exploding stars. Sweet. This is what I like. There we go. On Thursday morning, NASA's imaging X-ray polarimetry. See, I need Microsoft Mic again. This is nice because I can have it read for just a moment and take a sip of coffee and not have to breathlessly plow through this.
On Thursday morning, NASA's Imaging X-ray Polarimetry Explorer, IXPE, successfully launched into space on top of a SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket. The 2-year mission, a joint effort with the Italian Space Agency, is NASA's first mission dedicated to studying and measuring X-ray polarization.
All right, the pioneering mission will allow NASA to look into the origins of X-ray light, a form of high-energy light produced during some of the most extreme celestial events like supernova explosions and violent collisions. The mission builds on the work done by Chandra X-ray Observatory, NASA's flagship X-ray astronomy mission, which launched in 1999 and has imaged the remnants of exploded stars, discovered black holes, and more. The IXPE will provide more insight into the astrophysical phenomena Chandra has studied in the past. And cool. As long as we get more black hole news, I'm in. I'd love to hear it. I want to know all about it. Give me more. All right, let's go to Gizmodo. Back to Gizmodo, because why not? And here you go. We have this. Space agencies are tracking 2 explorers en route to Antarctica's pole of inaccessibility. I think this is where they fall off the flat Earth, right? When they reach this point, they'll just tumble off the edge. I think that's the way this works, right? A 2,500-mile journey across Antarctica could hold lessons for future Moon and Mars missions. Oh, cool. 2 men are 3 weeks into an expedition to Antarctica's pole of inaccessibility, an isolated spot that is 560 miles from the South Pole. The pair are working in collaboration with NASA and the European Space Agency as they record the psychological and physiological effects of the journey, data that the space agencies believe could give a sense of how human bodies will respond to harsh environments like the Moon and Mars. The trek is part of the Chasing the Light mission. Chasing the Light mission? That sounds pretty dire. Crossing of Antarctica that will subject its 2 participants, Justin Packshaw and Jamie Facer Shields, to the grueling conditions on the Antarctic continent. Though it is currently summer at the South Pole, temperatures remain comfortably below zero, with winds that can blow at 100 miles per hour. Sounds like not fun to me. In all the journey, it is comprised of a 1,100-mile jaunt to the southern pole of inaccessibility, a further 560 miles to the South Pole, an 802-mile leg to the Hercules Inlet, and a final 124-mile sprint to the Union Glacier near the base of the Antarctic Peninsula. So there we go. Poles of inaccessibility exist on every continent, and there's even one in the ocean. They refer to isolated places that are hard to access from any direction, otherwise known as the old Southern saying, "Can't get there from here." And though they're not always the most inland points, they are typically so, as taking a boat is often easier than traveling overland. Packshaw and Childs will each be lugging 440-pound sleds, according to the BBC, and will make their progress with the help of skis and kites. There you go. Can't get there from here, but hold their beer, because they're going to do it anyway. So what's up? There you go. All right. Driving to work. Take it easy. Catch you later, Derek. All right. Let's go to this one. The final one for the day. And there it is. Fortitude or X-Files, right? Totally. What's up? I see you there. Alien Nichan, how are you? Let's go to one more time, CNN Travel. And this is a little bit wild. Like I said, I promised some more Las Vegas news. And let's go to this. From CNN Travel. Las Vegas police arrest man who breached airport security, claiming he wanted to steal a jet so he could get to Area 51. WTF. Speaking of X-Files, what the hell? What's going on here? Yeah, the man who told police he wanted to steal a jet so he could fly to Area 51 to look at aliens was arrested Wednesday after he drove through fences at the McCarran International Airport in a limo, parked on an aircraft ramp, and made a bomb threat, according to a police report by the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department. The suspect was arrested for trespassing, dispersing a hoax substance, and threatening terrorist acts, the police report said. CNN has reached out out to the law firm the man claimed was representing him, and the firm said it is not representing him in this matter. The name Area 51 comes from its map designation, and it's located in the Nevada Test and Training Range, which has a unit on the Nellis Air Force Base. Today it is used as an open training range for the U.S. Air Force. It has long been a topic of fascination for conspiracy theorists and paranormal enthusiasts who believe it to be the location where the U.S. government stores and hides alien bodies and UFOs. And that's the way not to do it. Don't forget, think about it this way. Area 51, one of the most classified areas in the whole world, and I think it's because they have nukes there, right? I think that's what this is. But, I could be wrong. I don't know, but I think I've read that somewhere. The thing is this, right here. Don't drive through a fence at the airport and expect to steal an airplane to take you to see the aliens, all right? Don't do it. Don't do it. There's your public service announcement from Michael Strange today, because don't do it. Don't do it. Absolutely don't do it. But okay. All right. So that's the end of this. And, at the end of this, you guys know the drill. This is the end of the week for Troubled Minds. And we do the Troubled Minds show Monday through Thursday at 7 p.m. Pacific time. And we do this show, the Twitch show, which is Troubled Minds News, on Monday and Friday. And that happens at 3 p.m. Pacific. Goes for about an hour each time. And the thing is, tonight, a little birdie told me there's going to be a special Troubled Mind show. So if you stuck around a little bit later and to the very end of this, then you will be one of the first to know that tonight there's going to be a Troubled Mind show that usually doesn't happen on Fridays, but we're going to keep that on the down low. You know what I'm saying? Shh. But just kidding about that. And what it'll do, this will be the Patreon show, which will go up on, we'll do only Rockfin tonight. And then what we'll end up doing is putting that behind the Rockfin paywall after it's over, and then uploading a copy and putting it in the not just a Patreon, but also up on the Discord bonus show. So this is going to be a bonus show for the folks that have supported the show and all the rest of that. If you are subbed up on Twitch, I've added you to that folder in Discord, so you can access that information. I'm trying to keep that list up to date and make sure that everybody's there. So if you can't access that folder and you subbed up to either Twitch, Patreon, or Rockfin, let me know and I'll add you to that. But so the archive will not be accessible after the show airs live. The live show will be free for everybody, but after that it will get trimmed down to behind the paywall, the folks that support the show. So that's what's happening tonight. So it will be free for everybody if you show up on time, and there you go. And if you don't, and you want to watch the archive, then let me know, and you can sign up to any one of those things. Contact me directly. You can send me an email, troubledmindsradio@gmail.com, or you can go to the Discord, troubledminds.org. Click the Discord link and just get me in there. You'll see my name is Michael Strange, just like it sounds. And same time, 7 p.m. Pacific, same as always. So it will be approximately a little less than 3 hours from now, and that's what's going on. What's up, Dark Devious? We got gifted a tier 1 sub to Baked Potato. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Dark Devious gifting some subs to some folks out there. Thank you for putting some money into the effort here. Appreciate that very much. And so same time, we'll be on at 7 p.m. Pacific time, and it will be exclusively on Rockfin. You won't be able to find this show anywhere else until, of course, after the fact, which I'll upload it to a different site and then put it in the Patreon folder on or the subfolder on Discord. So like I said, if you subbed up to the show and you do not have access to that folder, just send me a message and I'll hook that up. There's several 6, 8, there's a lot of shows in there, some old shows for the Patreon shows that I've been trying to do again once a month at least, and other extra content as well. So do check that out, and all that stuff will get put up in the appropriate places. So again, it is free for everybody while it's live. So after it's live, it will go behind a paywall. So there you go. So easy as that. And there you go. See, James says it. Yes, all great stuff in the bonus section. There you go. Thank you. thank you. Just more Troubled Minds stuff. If you haven't seen some of those shows and you do want to support the effort here, it's not a just support. It's a support the show and you get extra stuff that other people don't get. So do check that out if you're into that. If you have questions about that, you know where to find me. So as we finish, we're done. The bad news is we're done. The good news is, God willing, we have tonight. And so 7 p.m. Pacific, only on Rockfin. And the good news about Rockfin is it's a free speech platform. So if people call into the show, we can talk about things that we normally don't talk about. And that's a good thing. That means we're not going to be taken down off of Rockfin because, they don't do that shit, at least not yet. So that's good news, and that's what's happening. So thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being here. This is Troubled Minds News. I'm Michael Strange. You guys are the best. We'll see you tonight, 7 p.m. Pacific, only on Rockfin. The link's on... actually, let me get you the link if you guys don't have that link. Most of you guys already do, but we'll catch you there. Let's see. Rockfin. There we go. Get you the link. Just like it sounds. ROKFIN/Troubled Minds. Hold on. I'll get you a link, though. Here you go. This is where you can find the show tonight. There is the link. Boom. So if you don't have a Rockfin account, please click that link and then sign up, and you can chat there with the rest of the folks. Usually we have a lively crew there, including Robert, Ronald, Rohan's usually there, Joe in Florida, Sherry shows up from time to time. We get Vicky and Donna's there. We get all kinds of folks. Dan Theaters, a new guy, started showing up. We got lots of folks that hang out over on Rockfin. So come support the platform, support the show, make yourself it's a free account. You do not have to pay to do that. So just to let you know. Also, by the way, in approximately an hour from now, James Salcido of Salcido Paranormal is going to be doing his live stream. So if you want to get into that, let's drop this. You guys can have Friday content over and over and on all day and all night. And here is the invite to James's Discord server. There you go. Boom. So join that. There's the Rockfin link. There's James's Discord server. He'll be doing a show in approximately 50 minutes or so. And there you go. So thanks for hanging out with us. You guys are all the best. We'll see you tonight, 7 p.m. Pacific, only on Rockfin, Troubled Minds Mona Show. Have a great one, guys. Thank you. And let's see. We'll play the outro music and do it. All right, as I check my dog to make sure. Oh, perfect timing. The phone line just took a crap. Perfect. All right, whatever. We'll just kill that. All right, so as we finish, you guys know the drill. Tonight, 7 p.m. Pacific, Rockfin bonus show. See you there. It is free while it's live. After that, it will not be. And then, well, we'll see you there. And, there you go. James talking about the artifacts from the Titanic possibly being haunted. There it is. If you're into that, go check it out. Links in the description or links in the chat. And we'll catch you guys tonight. Have a fantastic one. One more time, Michael Strange for Troubled Minds News. Have a fantastic day. See you later. Happy Friday.